Hello everyone. Just a couple of minutes to set up so that everything is connected, and then we will be able to start. So how is your day today? I'm curious who's here now. Who can see me, please respond, and I'll check your comments. Let me know where you're from. That's actually quite interesting, and please make sure that you have the materials we need. So today we will need either A4 or A5 paper, markers and pencils. Okay. And if you have a black thin pen, well, actually not pen, but like this kind of pen. So it's not a roller pen, but pigment liner. It's called liner. So it's good to have that. It will be more useful today. And we will work today with the vertical rather than horizontal as we usually do. So let's get ready. I'm just checking that everything is working. Yes, it looks like it's working. That's great. Wonderful. Okay, perfect. So today the topic is everything positive what's happened to you in 2020. So we were looking back in our times in all the months through January to December to current month, and we'll see what's good was in this year. I know this year was not easy. I think anywhere in the world, no matter where you are, and but at the same time, there was something good was happened as well. Okay, so with all the negatives, all the negatives, all the bad things, problems, we said goodbye in the previous video, which we did yesterday. You still can watch it. You can watch it for 24 hours, so you can go and have a look in this group on my profile. And today we're going to cover the positives. So before we start, I also want to cover just a bit introduction about who I am and what we are doing here. Okay, my name is Marguerite Miller. If you don't know me, probably you know if you're watching this video. And I'm neurographic instructor and aesthetics coach. And I came to neurographic not intentionally. I was looking for something creative, and I've been a youth trainer and coach before, so I wanted to add some creative part in my practice. And then I noticed the neurographic in 2018. I did a basic course, I did specialist course, and then I joined instructor's course, so I became instructor. And I've been instructed since 2019, and this year I was also supervisor for the new instructors. So that's my journey in neurographic. And but in general, my personal journey was much longer before. If you know me, you probably know that I have quite positive outlook on life, realistic but positive. So I'm not wearing the pink glasses, but I do try to find positive aspects in no matter what happens in our lives. And I think it's very important to have it in this year, in 2020, because there's so many things which not that great happening, and we need to we need to keep this positivity inside ourselves, because if we just get bombarded with negative news, everything is bad, and then our also mindset, we might get depressed, and many more negative stuff could happen. So it's better to stay positive and look for the also positive aspects in what's happening. I think I need to change the word. It's just not only because the life is not black and white. The life has many colors, and as we will know today. So try to look something nice. Try to appreciate what you have, or what you can get, or what you are planning to get. And like, for example, I'm staying alone these holidays. I didn't manage to go to see my family, but I'm not too upset about it. I mean, obviously, I'm upset that I can't see them, but at the same time, I'm grateful for what I have and for what I can do in this period of time, and how I can use this period of time, because I still have holidays, and how useful I can use it. Let's say like this. Okay, so this was a brief introduction. I'll get now my highlighter pens, markers, pencils. You please get yours, and we will start drawing. Okay, just 1 second. So I'm back. Wonderful. I think today I'm going to use the pencils because they're very good to for us to blend. And in NeuroGraphic, we don't really try to blend, but sometimes like it to mix the colors would be nice. So let's take first, not the pencils, we will take first the liners. You can use the black liner ideally because of the drawing we're going to do today. But before we start drawing, we will do the task which we usually do in the beginning of any drawing in NeuroGraphic. We will have we will have 2 minutes, and during these 2 minutes, we will write down the words which are related to all the good things which happened in 2020. And I'm sure you have it as well. Even if this year was tough for you, I'm sure you have something positive there. Hello, Natalia. Great to see you here. Who else is here? Please let me know, and let me know where you're from as well. Would be great to know what's the geographical outline we have today. Because I'm trying to see which timing is the best working for people. What time today? I'm doing at 11 a.m. UK time. Last night I did at 8 p.m. UK time, so I'm checking when is the best for you. Okay, so as I said, we take the paper. I'm using this magical post-it notes, magical because they're huge compared to the paper. And then we write on the top the name of today's session. So today we're going to do what good things would happen in 2020. Good things in 2020. Good morning, Alexander. So we have London, we have Riga here. That's great. And so we take the paper, we write the what's positive happened. So I'll show you my paper. So here we have, I put the title, There's Good Things in 2020. Now I'm going to write down all the words which come to my mind. You can write them in whichever way, chaotically, not chaotically. It doesn't matter what comes to your mind. It can be one word, or it can be a phrase. Try not to write sentences. Sentences are not needed here. It's just one word or a phrase. And I will do the timing, and then we will start, okay? So it will be 2 minutes, and I'll say when this 2 minutes will stop. And we can start now. So let's start. What are the good things that happened to you in 2020? And for those who joined, we are now writing during the 2 minutes what good things have happened to you in 2020. So today we are focusing on good things from this year. And we have 20 seconds left. Okay, time is up, so let's stop now. And let's count the words, how many words you have. So I have 20 words. What about you? Actually, in this particular drawing, which we're having today, it doesn't matter that much how many words you have. Usually we say that if you have less than 20, then maybe it's not exactly, the topic is not exactly important to you. But because today we're focusing on what happened good in 2020. So it might not be 20, it might be less, and that's completely fine. Because no matter what is it, it's already big. It can be a very big thing. Like for example, this year I launched 2 big projects. So just the fact that I managed to do that in this challenging year is already a huge achievement, and I'm very happy about it. And because these projects I've been planning for years, and the fact that they're launched now, that's amazing. And yeah, so let me know what's good happened to you this year. Maybe one thing, if you can share. I can share some things which mine. For example, I wrote that I launched with Lana a World of Neurographica. We launched it in end of August, beginning of September. Then actually the thing which I wrote yesterday as a negative, that I had a surgery, but it's also positive because it's actually made me stay alive in this world. And I'm here, I can be with you, and that's positive. I was helping other people a lot during the initial lockdown in April. I've done volunteering, and that was very, I was happy to help. It was very rewarding internally. Like I didn't receive anything for that, but I just felt very happy for that. I also managed to see my family in July, so I'm happy for that. And I had my work. I know many people lost the job in this year, but I kept it. So that was also great. And yeah, and I sorted out my health, and now I'm feeling healthy, energetic, and that's wonderful. So what about you? Do you have anything positive has happened to you? I know some of my friends launched also big project businesses, and they are doing quite well at the moment. Others found the partner. So many things positive happened. Sometimes we just might not notice them. So it would be great. For example, also the fact that now, for me, like one of the positive things which happened to me, which might be not direct mine, but like my grandma learned how to do online shopping. So why it's good for me? Because then I am less worried about her going to the shop. She actually can order things online, and that's very nice as well. Okay, anyway, so shall we start drawing now? Are you ready? As I said, please take the paper. So this list you can afterwards, after you finish drawing, you can put on behind your paper. But currently, let's leave it. And we will do our drawing. And usually we draw from left to right, from from bottom up in neurographic. And today we're going to do vertical, because what we're going to do, we're going to draw the candle. But before we have a candle, let's draw this kind of circle. It's like an oval, like a base. So it's going to be our base. Oops, sorry, that's, I think, delivery. So let's pause it for a second. I'll open. Okay, while I'm getting delivery, please make some kind of oval, like take your paper vertical and make an oval, okay? And if you haven't prepared yet, please prepare the pencils or markers, because we're going to use them later. This will be the basis, this will be our candle holder, sort of. But there is a reason why we make it oval. I'll tell you later. Because this is the basic of what we have in 2020. And then we will draw the candle with all the good things, okay? So this is all what good things happened in 2020. And you can look in your paper and you can start putting the circles inside. So the circles is like the basis of the good things which were here. Well, while delivery man is still, oh, that's right. Sorry. Okay, I got my delivery. I'm happy. I have my protein shakes. So we starting drawing the candle now. And in order to do that, so we've done the basis. The basis is 2020. What good things happened to you in 2020? And now you take your list and start thinking about looking at each of the item. And for each of the item, let's draw a neurographical line. By the way, if you do not know what is neurographical line, let me tell you. I'll show you now quickly what is neurographical line. Neurographical line is the line which doesn't repeat itself, and it goes where we don't expect it to go. So this is the neurographical line, and this is the neurographical line. And when two neurographical lines intersect with each other, like here, we do the rounding. Rounding we do like this. Okay. So we round it up, and we round up here. And here again. So that's perfect. Okay. So that's how we do the rounding, or it's also called conjoining. And what is not neurographical line? Neurographical line is not the zigzag line, it's not the wavy line, and it's not the straight line. Okay. So the neurographical line is a line which does not repeat itself, and it goes where we don't expect it to go. Why we needed to know? Because now we need to draw our candle using the neurographical line. So we do it like that. And when each line will symbolize something good, what happened. So the first line I drew, it symbolizes my project with the one we are doing is World of Neurographic. We call it also one. And then another line which I have, it's the surgery I had and the fact that I'm still alive. And then the third one would be my volunteering charity work which I've done. So that's here. And then friend support. I must admit, like in this year, I felt my friends as I've never felt before. It was like a great support, and I felt like really strong friendships with people who are my friends. And also there were some happy moments in this year, like happy moments brought by some people. Maybe that didn't last too long, but they were there. And I saw my family in July, you know, so I put this as well. And it's fine if the lines intersect. You don't need to do them parallel, so like I do now. And I actually continued working. My job was still there. So I'm happy for that. I'm glad. And then I launched also another project called Find Your Spouse. So that is amazing. It's been 2 years in making, and it's finally launched. Yeah, and I'm healthy now. Finally, I'm healthy and don't need to think too much about my health. And that's wonderful. And maybe some other things which you can draw. You know, there are many things which could be the case, and you might not know about them, or might not just notice them. So let's add them as well. So now we have quite a few lines here. And some of them intersect, some of them don't. So this is the basis. It comes from this is the year. This is the year which we have as 2020. And here we will do the small oval, like symbol of the year which is coming. And we will do some flame. You know, the flame is like, we'll do the triangle one, because triangle in neurographic means growth. It means energy. So we will do this energetical part. And let's do also the basis of our candle holder, this candle plate, also in neurographical way, just to connect it to our neurons in our mind. And yeah, so into that. That's good. And when we do the neurographical drawing, what we also important to do for us is to feel what is in our body happening, what is happening in our mind, what is happening in our emotions. So currently I feel a bit of my belly. I feel very content, happy, and in general joyful. Yeah, because we're thinking about the positive things here, obviously. But you might not feel this way. You might feel something else, and it's completely normal. And just remember, whenever we in two lines intersect, we need to do the rounding or conjoining. Okay, so we do this. So whenever I see the two lines intersect, I make sure that we don't have anything sharp left, because sharpness can hurt us, you know, like a cactus can hurt us, or like knife can hurt us. So we make it not sharp. The only thing which stays sharp is this top of the candle, the light, because this light we want to use it. We want to, so that all these positives, we take it for 2021. So this top of the candle is symbol of 2021. And again, we can do it in neurographical way. So we do not straight line, we do the neurographical line here. Okay. So that's very nice. Very happy. And we can go again on top of the line. Actually, in this case particular, I suggest you always go from bottom to up. We don't go from top to down. Just because the idea is that we bring from 2020 to 2021. So this one, this candle holder, we will call 2020. And the top of the candle is 2021. It's still small because obviously all the good things which happen is here, and then we take the energy, we take this, you know, like when you do good thing or when something positive happens to you, you have this positive emotion. So what we are doing here, we're keeping this emotion. Think about all the moments you had positive, and think about how you felt at the time. What did you feel in your body? How did you look at the time? Maybe even if you remember, what did you wear? And if you remember that, you can also try to wear the same clothes. Or if you have some moments when you're not sure about your life in 2021, just remember those moments, and they will cheer you up. They will bring you into that positive state, in that state of goodness, which we all have. We just sometimes forget about it. So that's very nice. Okay, I talk a lot. I will drink some water. So, and yeah, the candle is the symbol of warmth. The candle is the symbol of positive, what we take from the last year and what we bring into the new year. It's something nice what's happening. It's interesting. I always like candles. I used to make candles myself, and sometimes I still do that. I brought that hobby from when I was a child. I went to study English in UK, and my host family, they were making candles, and so I actually learned it from them. I bought a book, and then when I came back home, I started. Well, I used to live in Latvia at the time, not in the UK. So then I started making candles myself, and I really like it because it's a very soothing process, and it's also very good as a Christmas gift or New Year's gift or whichever gift you have. That's nice. I quite like my candle. It's quite original. I wasn't sure how this drawing will be, but I really like it. Sometimes you make the drawing in NeuroGraphic and you don't like it, which is completely fine because in NeuroGraphic the most important is the process. But this one I really enjoy. So we talked about emotions, we talked about what we feel in our body. Also remember, like, check on yourself. Do you feel warm? Do you feel cold? And yeah, quite like it. If you don't know yet how to draw the NeuroGraphic line, and if you're not sure, you can join us our basic course, which you can get now, or you can also do the very quick basic course. We have like 1 hour, like a bit more than 1 hour basic, because usually the basic course is 8 hours. But if you don't have time but you want to learn, it's just very, very basic of NeuroGraphic. You can do it. Ooh, I love my candle. Actually, I'm very happy with my result. Yeah. I just feel I think I need to add some lines here. You know, in NeuroGraphic, what we do always, we try to add background lines, because these background lines unite our drawing with the environment, so it's not separate. And obviously all this goodness which happened in 2020, it didn't happen by itself. It was brought by either the things which I did before or by some people I met, by many different aspects. Yeah, it's very nice. Ooh, beautiful. I like it. So think about what kind of thoughts come to your mind when you did the drawing. What was in mind about your goodness, and think about also how you can use it in the new year, all these positive things. Okay, well, we can continue thinking, and now we can go into the using the pencils. I want to use the pencils because they can be blended. So you can do it intuitively, or if you know the meanings of the color, what the colors mean NeuroGraphically, you can also use them like that. So, and in NeuroGraphic, what is important when we use the colors and we do archetyping, the coloring is called archetyping in NeuroGraphic, is that we use with the color not just one small segment, but it's bigger one. Okay, so we don't do the cell coloring. We don't do just one part. What we do is we unite with the color. So we always color several parts of several cells. One cell is like just one drawing surrounded by lines. So here, like, I have at least 2. maybe a bit more even, because I added also some small ones. Nice. And remember, breathing. Breathing is important. Yes. Think about which colors you add and why you add them. What do they mean to you? How they work for you? What goodness they bring to you? I really like reds and oranges. They're really my colors. So I add them here. As you can see in your graphical drawing, it doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to be ideal from the point of view of artistic drawing. It can be, you don't need to know how to draw at all, because what's important in neurographic is the process. It's not the final result. This is funny pencil. Like I always take it. It looks like brown, but it's actually very close to the yellow. It's like ochre, I think. What I like with the pencils is the fact that we can blend. And why is blending is put here? Because, you know, like when you do good deed, or when something good happens to your life, it will influence also other aspects in your life. It will not stay in just in one spot. And so we add more colors. Today I want like soft, warm colors. Yesterday I was adding, when I was drawing the negatives, it was like completely different colors, as you can see. And today is very nice soft colors, warm ones. But also like it can be like green. Green is air. In order for the fire to go, you need some air as well. So the green is also good. And I love green color. The green color is the color of the beginnings. It's a positive color. Well, actually, all colors are positive. You just need to know how to work with them. There's no negative color. Even if you take the black is the color of ending of something. But we need to end a cycle. We need to end project. It would not be good if we, like, imagine you do something and you don't end it. Yeah. Like the more you can learn about the meanings of the colors in NeuroColor course, which we'll do in March. But and yeah, you can also listen to me, and I'm already telling you quite a bit about it. So yeah, you know, this project came with the idea that I want really to draw now, when like pre-New Year's time, I wanted to spend more time for reflection, more time for myself, and more time for drawing. And I thought, why will I just keep it for myself? I want to share it with the world. So I decided to do this neuro marathon, NeuroRide. And you know, this NeuroRide is like a sledge ride. And I always had fun when I was going with the sledges when I was a kid. And not only when I was a kid, I know in Switzerland, you know, in Latvia, when I was using sledges, it was just like small, I wouldn't call them mountains, hills. But in Switzerland, you go with the sledges for like many minutes, half an hour, and like you go and you go and you go, and like it's never ending, and it can be very fast and actually sometimes even dangerous. So that was completely different experience, and I was already adult, so you don't need to be just a child to do the sledges and to have fun. Yeah, so that was a positive, but that wasn't this year positive. That's happened to me before. See how colorful is my candle? It's very interesting. And And yeah, remember also that the light can be also a bit of blue. Blue or violet is also the color of wisdom. So, and you can keep some parts also white. You don't need to put color everywhere. That's also fine. And yeah. Oh yes, red. I love red. Red is color of energy. It's color of. It can be color of conflict, so be careful with red. But I love red. Yeah. What I'll do now is, after we finish this, I will use some water, and I will add water. So it's because these are watercolor pencils. And yeah, the yellow, I'll add yellow. It's a bit clarity. Yeah. And maybe some light pink. So it's wonderful candle. And I feel like we need just a bit more neurolines here. The neurolines can be added anywhere. You can't go wrong with the neurolines. The reason why I want to add them here is like I want it to not just to stay within candle, but also be connected to the environment. So that all these positive ideas are connected. That I just don't keep just within myself. I'll bring it to the new year. Okay. So that's wonderful. Ooh. So tell me, how do you feel? What do you feel in your body? What do you feel in your mind? What kind of emotions do you feel today? While drawing, obviously. And again, as I added more lines, I need to do also the rounding. We always do the rounding when we add more lines. So, and like I feel when I added more lines, I feel my heartbeat increased, and it's now, yeah, I feel more happy, more joyful, quite happy with my drawing today. Sometimes I do drawing it and then afterwards I'm not that happy. Like, remember the other day we did the snowflake and I was happy when we finished, but then I decided to add more and more color. And then I felt like, okay, that was too much. So that's why when I do neurographic, I sometimes make the photos in the middle of the drawing also. But in the end of the day, we do neurographic not for the sake of final results of the drawing, but for the sake of the process, because we learn during the process, we evolve, and that's the most important. That's why we do it. And if the final result is beautiful, great. If it's not, that's also fine. It doesn't matter, because what matters is the new results in your brain, that you have the new neural paths, you know how to do that. And in today's drawing, we connect the positive, what's happened to us in 2020, and we bring it in 2021. Lovely. And I always put phone on silent when I'm drawing, because people can disturb you and then you lose your ideas. And you want just to give some time to yourself, because nowadays world, we're all the time connected. It's non-stop. But in the end of the day, if you don't spend time for yourself, then what's the point of of doing everything else? It's important to reflect. Yay, I like it. This, while adding more lines, it's more connected. That's nice. Yeah, I feel more energy inside my body, and more positive energy taking into 2020. Actually, I feel here it's like a sort of standing, it's not connected, and I want to connect to the base of 2020. Because it feels like this line's coming out of nowhere. No, they're coming from here. And remember, I told you to draw the circles, so you can, if you do that, you can like connect the circles to the candle. So this candle has the basis where from this energy comes from. Okay. Oh, now I feel my neck. It's actually very nice and easy and positive drawing we had today. We just have a couple of tasks more to do. We would need to the fill lines, and we would need to do the archetyping. The archetyping is highlighting something. So with the fill lines is the lines which we highlight in the drawing. Usually it goes through all the page. Maybe here I could go from my candle holder to my candle, and the idea of the fill line is to unite the drawing, so that's not the objects are not separate, they're united. And remember, when the two lines intersect, we do the rounding or conjoining. Yeah, that's important. And we breathe in and we breathe out. That's good. Wonderful. So now I'll take the thicker marker, or I'll take the brush pen, and I will do the fill lines. So as I said, the fill line should go from bottom up, and it goes all from left to right, but in our particular drawing, I think it will be like that. And if your fill line creates new angles, then you would need to work through that as well. I quite like it. Actually, I didn't think that I would enjoy the fill lines here, but I do like them. That's very nice. And the last but not least, well, actually we need to round it wherever we have the sharp edges. I think mine is quite soft, so almost. So whenever these lines conjoin, then you need to round them. And the last but not least, so maybe if I don't round everything here, sometimes you don't feel it straight away, then you do it later on, but still you do the rounding. All the angles have to be rounded. And now last but not least, we do the archetyping. Archetyping is a fixation. When we do the archetyping, that means we do the fixation of some of your results of what feedback you got. And in our drawing, because we use we were drawing the positives, so I want you to focus on here on top on this circle which we have in our candle, because this circle would mean all the positives what we bring into 2021, and this sharp flame, this triangle, which we usually try to avoid sharpness, but here we do use it because we use it to take it out into 2021. And the next week we're going to draw also the plans for the 2021, but that's next week. This week we are working on 2020, and tomorrow on Thursday and on Friday Lana will do the snowman and the snowfall. So that's another two techniques to analyze your 2020, to understand what happened in this year. Because if we do appreciate everything what happened, then it's easier to plan 2021. Because if you just leave it all aside and we don't think about it, then it's much more difficult. It's not much more difficult, but it's more useful, I would say, because when you know what's happened in this year and how your plans realized or not realized, then it's you will see actually that quite a lot of things which you planned did realize. Okay. So the last point, what's left, is the fixation. So I suggest you do the fixation here in the way that you fix it. You take this positiveness because it arrived to the top. It arrived from our candle holder to the top, and it's here now. Okay. And you can add also the color, not just to the candle, but to the rest of the drawing, to the candle holder. That's completely up to you. I will think about it. I'm not sure whether I want to add more color. Maybe yes. Maybe I'll add some violet. The violet is the wisdom. Also my favorite violet. It disappeared. Oh, here we are. I had a feeling it disappeared, so I'll add some more violet because I take the wisdom from 2020. It was very year for reflection, for understanding what's going on in our lives, what's happening, what to do, what not to do. And yeah, I will be happy to see your drawings. Please post them in the comments, or you can send them in direct message to me. I would be curious to see. And if you want also the feedback in terms of maybe I can tell you how you can improve or something what you haven't noticed in your drawing. Improve from the point of view of neurographic. I'm not the drawing teacher, art teacher, no, not at all, but from neurographic, so that you can get more benefit from your drawing. I can tell that to you as well. Okay. Yeah. So I decided to add a bit more color to my candle holder, but that's up to you. You don't need to add the color through all your drawing. You can keep the color somewhere and add in some other spaces and keep it. So try when you do the coloring, try not to do the sharpness, make it more soft. This is quite thin one now, so I need to make it sharper. I bought myself electric sharpener. I'm very happy with it. So yes. Wow, my candle holder became very colorful. That's well, you never know where it went. I add the color intuitively, but also remembering the meaning of the color. What does it mean to me, or what does it mean in general? Yes, I need to sharpen my pencils. They all became quite blunt. So. It's nice. And maybe just a bit more color to those lines. So they also... You can add the color also to your background. You don't need to, but it's possible. Like, you can do it. And now if you have any questions, you can ask them. Or if you have questions and you watch this video in recording, feel free to send this via direct message or via email. Our email is info@worldofng.com. I'm now finalizing our website, and soon it will be live. And no, sorry, I was coughing not because I'm ill, but because I was talking too much. I just need some water. Tea. I think it's important remark nowadays, which we need to make. But yeah, when you talk to like for 1 hour non-stop. You might want some water. It's normal. So yes, it's quite colorful candle. I'm happy. Well done, Margarita. As I say, if you don't praise yourself, nobody will. So yes. Good. So now I'm finalizing the drawing. Today we were drawing the candle, and the candle symbolizes all the light, everything positive what 2020 had, and we take it into 2021. So the flame symbolizes 2021 and what we'll bring into it, and we're gonna draw more planning, more dreams and thoughts what we want to have in 2021 in next week. But this week we are saying goodbye to 2020. So all the drawings we're doing is connected to 2020. It's interesting. I have a feeling I want to put like some holder, like a circle here for this candle holder. But I'll think about it. I'm not sure if I'll do it. Yeah. I think so far so good. I'll finish it here. Please send your drawings. I will be happy to see them. It will be very interesting to see how you drew, what's happened to you. And then we will meet. Well, you will meet with me on Saturday. We're going to do the drawings on Saturday. But tomorrow and on Friday, you will meet Lana and you'll do the snowman and snowfall with her. Okay? So you have a great rest of the day, and greetings from London, and stay happy and stay tuned.